Didn't like the hard work. Instead, he gave up and he falls into alcohol and gambling rather than putting in the hard work and living this hard life that would have got them the money. And there's an interesting quote in the book that says the Pa having to drink every day and gamble was the hardest life he would have ever had to live. In his mind, he took the easier path, but really he was living the harder path because he didn't live up to that full potential. The reason I bring this up is because go back to where Kaya notices she's falling into a generational trap. I start to think about our generational traps. One example I heard recently from someone I look up to, this creative director called Cole Bennett. He had a show in Chicago, and he asked the person he was with on stage, why has your family been unable to build generational wealth? I met him after and said, I really appreciate that question. That's worth sitting on. What are some habits that I want to break in the family? It also related to why I've been able to build generational wealth. I think about the role alcohol has. Even in this book, Pa becomes an alcoholic, and it stunted the family's growth in terms of reaching their full potential. And if I were to ask myself, if I want to reach my full potential, I think a relationship with alcohol, I don't think that contributes to my full potential. I think about the trade-off I have when I drink alcohol. I haven't been drinking alcohol. I think it's something I've had to trade off. It's been difficult because it's the easy thing to do. It's the easy way to connect with friends. But I do think it's holding me back. And here's the thing, my friends don't know the relationship that alcohol has had in our family. I think alcohol has a darker side to our family where it's led to some people in our families, their death. We have alcoholism in our family. When I drink, oh my God, I realize how you can be an alcoholic. I can see how this can be addicting. I feel like for me, more than anyone else I've met for the most part, I'm drawn to it a lot more. I get a lot more enjoyment out of it. So I feel like I'm prone to being an alcoholic. If they were zero alcohol, maybe we'd have more generational wealth. That could be something that's held us back. And so that's something that I have under a microscope today, and something that ideally I'd like to break, but it's not an easy journey because it's so socially accepted. It's almost like a negative habit that is encouraged right now in society.
Having a couple of beers is fine, but you have to know when to stop.
When to stop.
Before you get that, when you get that buzz, you're already drunk. I mean, you're going to have another beer.
So how do you view alcohol?
Wine.
Let me ask you this. Do you think alcohol is a net positive or a net negative to our family or society?
Alcohol can be either one. It all depends on the individual.
How you use
not
it.
on the family. It depends on the individual. I remember one of the Thanksgiving or Christmas, Easter or something, a little glass like this of I think it was vodka they had given him. Sure, he downed it. And we're looking, oh my God, he drank it straight through. It's as though, like a glass of water. He went out, though, like I said, he went to sleep.